You cannot be profitable in binary trading if you do not follow trading rules. I've explained this so many times throughout my videos. Before placing any trades, you should have at least 2 to 3 confirmations supporting your setup. It doesn't matter whether you use indicators, price action, or a combination of both. Confirmation is essential. In this video, I'll explain everything in detail, including how to look for multiple confirmation and avoid taking low probability trades. So without further delay, let's get started. Alright traders, I've taken a call entry right at the opening of the candle. I had multiple confirmations supporting this trade. Our first confirmation was the FFLC was completed by the combination of 3 green candles, and after that we got a red candle that reversed the market with a very small red candle that closed inside the body of the previous green candle. Because that candle was very small and remained inside the previous candle's body, I did not consider it strong enough to reverse the market. My second confirmation was the stochastic. It gave me a bullish crossover and it had not yet reached to our overbought zone. That gave me an additional confirmation for the call entry setup. And the third confirmation, there was no immediate resistance zone nearby, which reduced the chance of immediate rejection. Because of that, I took the call entry and it ended up being a winning trade. Now the stochastic has already entered the overbought zone, so I will not be taking any more trades on this chart. Remember traders, don't force a trade when your confirmations are no longer there. I will look for another high probability setup, and I think I've already found one. You just have to look closely here. I'll be entering a call entry directly at the opening of the next candle. At the very first glance, it may look like I'm taking a counter trend trade, but look closely at the confirmations. My first confirmation is we have a strong bullish engulfing candle that has completely engulfed the previous red candle. This shows strong buying pressure and indicates that buyers have stepped into the market. My second confirmation, we also have confirmation from the stochastic oscillator that the indicator is showing that the price is relatively low, which supports the possibility of a bullish reversal, which it did. And after the bullish engulfing candle, and because of the confirmation from my stochastic oscillator, I've taken a call entry. These two confirmation is very powerful, and let's see how this trade will go on. According to my analysis, this should be a winning trade, and just as I anticipated, the trade is moving exactly in my favor. However, after this trade, I will not be placing any more call entries here because there is still significant selling pressure going on and the major trend is still bearish. I only took advantage of the two strong confirmation that appeared at the specific moment. Once those confirmations are no longer present, there is no reason to force another trade on the same chart. You need to be very careful when trading because we are entering before the move happens, not after the move has already happened. The goal here is not to predict every single candle, but the goal is to wait for the right setup, get your confirmations, and take the trade only when the conditions are aligned. Alright traders, so let's look at this particular chart. The stochastic is already in the overbought zone above 70 level. Now the market is reversing with a strong red candle. Let's see how this candle closes, and based on that, with my candle confirmation, I'll decide whether to put a put entry or to go for call entry. But for now, my bias is towards the sellers, and I will take a put entry after closing this candle because I can see clear confirmation. I've got multiple confirmation to support this trade. As you can see, the stochastic is already in the overbought zone that is above my 70 level. The candle has closed as a hammer candle. Now here FFLC concept comes in a line. The last red candle did not completely fulfill our previous green candle. That is, FFLC has not happened. The second confirmation was definitely from the stochastic oscillator, which is in the over bought zone, and also giving me a bearish crossover. That was my second confirmation. And the third confirmation, the support and resistance, we do not have anything nearby, so market cannot reverse within that range. We are in a ranging market. That was my third confirmation, and because of that, I've taken a put entry directly at the opening of the candle. There's still selling pressure going on, and look at that. This is a beautiful trade setup, and the trade is exactly going just as I anticipated, and that was a winning trade. Now, combination of these two red candle has completely fulfilled our previous green candle. So market is reversing even though the stochastic is still in the overbought zone. Look at that. This is why I always tell you should take multiple confirmations, not fully depend on one indicator. Even the indicator can give you false signal, which is why you need to have at least 2 to 3 confirmations from candles, from indicators, and overall market structure. I will be placing one more trade here. This will be my counter trend trade. So market overall trend is downtrend, but I have got two confirmations supporting this trade. The first confirmation is we have got a fair value gap that I have already made a video on this topic in detail. So fair value gap is when you combine three candles, and if there's any sort of gap in between which is not filled by the market, you can take advantage of that gap and place your marginal safety entry even if the trend is not aligned. So the market is currently in a downtrend situation, which is why I've taken a counter trend trade using marginal safety. And also you can see the stochastic was not yet reached to our oversold zone, which is why I took my marginal safety entry. So even if the candle closes as a red one, my trade will still be a winning trade because I've taken the trade from a demand zone. Alright traders, I hope now you know how you can take multiple confirmations from different factors while trading binary option. I'll come back with another powerful video. If you are not yet in my Telegram community, the link is mentioned down below. You can go and join it for free public session. I'll come back with another powerful video. Until then, keep learning, and as always, happy trading.